Hi, Release Fire here. So I'm going to talk you through whose plan for the wedding prep, your friends or the strange merchant in Mario and Luigi Brothership. As ever, if the video helps you out, drop me a like below. But at this stage, you've got to choose which of the cakes and flowers to go after, and that will decide what actually happens at the wedding. And I'll take you through all of that in much more detail so that you can understand your decision. Now, if you decide that it's your friend's plan that you want to follow, then you'll start by coming to Floral Island and talking to this florist up in the north, and he will essentially tell you that he's happy to do that. And then you'll come to here, Slip and Glide Island, and you'll order a cake from this lady. However, you'll need to first travel up to the far northwest of the island to be able to get some sugared powder. But then when you actually get to the wedding, the cake will look like this and the flowers will look like this. And that's kind of the decision point, apart from a few extra fights that you get if you decide not to help your friends, although it's a bit more complicated than that, and I'll talk you through it a bit later. But essentially, both events will culminate in you finding a new route to the lighthouse, so don't feel like you're going to miss out on anything. If you decide to go for the plan by the strange merchant, then you'll come to Lotta Coin Island and you'll get ambushed and find yourself getting into some extra fights. So if you're really looking to grind out some extra experience, then it could be the way to go. And then for the flowers, you go to Rainforest Island and you'll find Shun here. And again, you'll have a series of extra fights. They're not terribly difficult, but it just gives you some extra animations with the enemies and some more fights for you to get into. Although, in all fairness, you could get into as many fights as you want to. At this stage, the experience that you get from these fights aren't that much more than what you get from other fights in the game, so it's not that big a deal. And then once you get to the wedding, the cake and the flowers will look a little bit like this. It's not a huge difference, you just get a different cake. And then in the end, you'll go to the Great Lighthouse anyway, and you'll carry on the story. But there is another option. You can choose to create 2 save points and go through both of them separately. Alternatively, if you do go for the merchant option, you will get asked if you definitely want that cake, as you can see on the screen here. And that is the decision point in terms of whose plan for the wedding prep, your friends or the strange merchant for the flowers and the cake for the wedding. Like I said before, if the video helps you out, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe with the link on the left hand side, and you can see more of my guide videos for Mario and Luigi Brothership with the links on the right hand side.